Hello and welcome to the Cubbears fan report for September the 2nd, 2024. And what a finish to August it was for the Cubs. They won 8 out of 9 games on their road trip. That's almost unheard of. I don't know if they've ever done anything like that before. I know back in like 1932 or sometime back in the 30s, the Cubs had to win something like 29 games in a row to get to the World Series. And I don't know all the details on it, but it was quite a run. Well, the Cubs have won 6 in a row, sweeping 2 series in a row, including the series in Pittsburgh last week, where they had to come back from a 7-run deficit, and then they just held the lead the whole way through in Washington all weekend, winning 5-3 on Saturday and 14-1 on Sunday. And it was some good pitching by Javier Assad, and then Jordan Wicks came off the disabled list to get the win yesterday in the 14-1 game with a 7-run ninth inning. They just couldn't stop scoring in the ninth inning. So the Cubs have produced over 10 runs on several occasions now. I've lost count. They are only 3 games out of not first place, but out of the wild card run behind Atlanta. 3 games out before they can make the wild card, and it's September 2nd, so they got the rest of the month to close in and take the lead and hopefully get a wild card. They're about 9 games out of first place, so I don't know that that's realistic. But getting into the wild card is all they need to do. They've had great performances by Pete Crow Armstrong. He's getting on base and stealing bases. If he can get on first, you can count on him getting on second. He turns a walk into a double. And I like what I'm seeing out of his position. Miguel Amaya is also hitting well, as is Christian Bethancourt when he's in. So yesterday, Dansby Swanson had a 4-hit day. Nico Horner, I got a couple headfirst slides for him from Saturday as well as from Sunday. But I watched a lot of the Cub game on my phone at the Robin Hood Brewery and enjoyed their chocolate stout, and they're coming out with some other beers as well. I love sitting down and talking to Dustin about beer. I don't like mass-produced beer. I like microbrewed beer, home-brewed beer. And we discussed stuff like what kind of yeast he's using or how long he's let the beer age. And I'm a beer connoisseur. I would call a beer snob. But I recommend you go to my sponsor, Robin Hood Brewery. And then we went to Plaza Lanes yesterday to celebrate the Cubs' victory. And we bowled there. They're in Corinth. And in Iuka, Mississippi, it's the Robin Hood Brewery right on Route 25 as you're coming back from the Pickwick Lake, and go boating all day and come back and enjoy a beer in the evening. It's nice, comfortable outdoor seating. I was at table 127 on Friday singing karaoke with Gail, the mistress of karaoke, her and her husband, Gail Muhlenbeck. And I don't know what her husband's name is, but he's a nice guy too. I recommend you go out there every other Friday at table 127, and they have really good food. And have a beer at the Robin Hood Brewery because they have really good beer. But if you're a beer connoisseur like I am, that's the place to go. But I was able to get a good cell phone reception and watch the Cubs as they sealed the deal against Washington 5-3 on Saturday. And then I was at home to watch the Cubs trouts Washington. Tonight the Cubs will play Pittsburgh with Jameson Taillon against Jared Jones. Jared Jones can throw the ball 100 miles an hour, but he's had some bad luck against the Cubs as the Cubs have beat him a couple times this year already. So with them trailing 3 games, they have a mission to accomplish. But right now those bats have come to life because they were not hitting back in June and July. But they are starting to hit now, and they had a really good month of August, and they need a really good month of September to get to the playoffs. This is the Cubbears fan report. I got my bear hat on top of my Cubs derby, and the Bears will start on a week from yesterday. On Sunday, the 8th of September, they launch the 2024 season with Caleb Williams at the helm, and I am excited to see what he can do because it's the first time a #1 overall draft pick has had a solid team to play behind him. They're loaded at wide receiver. They have a loaded defense. It's all about the load behind Caleb. And all he's got to do is drive this NASCAR home. And the Cubs will, or the Bears will make the playoffs. The Cubs need to make the playoffs. They just got to work at it. This is the Cubbear fan report, and I'm excited. This is Mark Bertman, your Cubbear fan reporter. Please like and subscribe. Please support my sponsors, the Robin Hood Brewery in Iuka, Table 127 in Iuka. Don't forget Cream and Sugar in Iuka. And then go to Corinth and go bowling at the Plaza Lanes. And between Iuka and Corinth is a little town called Burnsville. And in Burnsville you have Taylor's Place, where you can get Chicago-style food like loaded hot dogs, Vienna hot dogs, and Italian beef. They actually go to Chicago to get the food. So I like to support them too. I'm overdue to have lunch with them as well. Cubbears fan report. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.